Hi, we're Joel and Lia.
And we want to talk to you about experiencing an earthquake for the first time.
Two
earthquakes.
Two earthquakes.
So we travelled to Vegas and then to LA at probably the worst time anyone who's never experienced an earthquake could travel to those places.
Yeah. And we travelled between Vegas and LA between the 2 days when the earthquakes happened. So for the first one we were in Vegas, for the second one we were in LA.
Yeah. We filmed a little bit of footage in Vegas, which we're gonna insert.
Yeah.
The flat is shaking, and you thought I was imagining it the first time.
Listen to it.
Holy Joel. Oh my god.
Look,
Oh
swinging.
Oh my god. As you can see, we were a little bit shaken, but we were able to laugh about it.
Yeah, because it wasn't that dramatic. Like, it was dramatic in that we've never experienced that before.
Yeah.
But it was like a gentle movement of the building that we were just like, what's going on?
Is going on?
And it maybe lasted like 20-30 seconds and that was it.
Yeah.
And then we saw online there'd been an earthquake. I texted my family being like, just been through an earthquake, and my mum was like, what? And I was like, no, it was fine, like it was very small, like whatever. And we thought nothing more of it. We went on with our day. We then packed up our bags, went to the airport to...
Little did we know it was going to be even worse.
The next day.
In LA the next day. We get to our apartment and you and I are having a night off. We're chilling, watching something on your laptop. Oh, we're watching Love Island on my phone.
Yeah.
The British Love Island.
And we're on the 31st floor. In Vegas we're on the 34th. In LA we're on the 31st floor.
Joel was sitting up at the sofa like this and I was sort of lying down next to you, and I felt something and went, earthquake, and you were like, what? And I was like, I just felt shaking, and then Joel didn't feel it. I was like, okay, don't know, whatever, maybe I just felt something. Then about 5 minutes later,
less than that, I think like a minute later.
It was about a minute, wasn't it? You actually felt it really bad, and so did I. Everything then starts getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Honestly,
everything was shaking, tables, glass, the whole thing.
Yeah, and it was weird. It was a weird sensation of like the building, because I know that you guys have since told us that they're built for earthquakes. They're built sort of on rollers. They're built to sway and go with the movement. That's why they don't collapse. But it was a weird thing of like the building was swaying, but shaking at the same time. Doors, like you said, were swinging, and there's banging in our apartment. I'm like, what is it? It's the doors banging. The light fittings are swinging. We literally think this building is going to collapse. Yeah,
I think we were like, no, this is actually the end.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to die in that apartment.
And it sounds ridiculous. We can laugh about it now. And my friends are like, wow, that's so cool that you went through that experience. And I'm like, yeah, with hindsight now, I'm really glad we've been through it because it was a fun experience. Like, to be able to experience, not at the time, but that's what I mean, like it's a fun thing. I'm so glad I get to tell people I've been in an earthquake. I know what it feels like. Yeah. But at the time, it is not fun. It is so scary.
So scary.
Especially because we're not told as Brits what to do in an earthquake.
No, we had no idea. And like, you were thinking like, what do we do? And I was thinking, why are you thinking about what we're gonna do? We're gonna die. Like, we're
No, you were the other way around. You were like, we need to get out. Like, what do you mean, like, stay here? We need to get out. And we were grabbing our coat and bag, and I was like, I don't think we should leave, because I feel like if this building's gonna fall down, it's gonna fall down. So
yeah, you did say
there's no point in being in the stairwell, running down all the stairs.
Yeah, when you said that, it was devastating. So like, okay, we'll die in here.
We're actually gonna die.
We're in this lovely Airbnb. We're dying in this lovely Airbnb. I do remember saying now, let's get out. Yeah. Let's get out, let's get to the ground floor.
Yeah, and I was just like,
we were like, well, we can't, because the lift.
Yeah, the lift won't be working.
What's the lift gonna do? Yeah.
But in hindsight, my dad said the safest place, because he's a structural engineer, would be the stairwell, because they're their own structure. But like, the advice that we get given from viewers, and you guys get given all the time, is to get under a table or in a doorway. But then some people are like, don't get in a doorway, that's not good advice. And then what's a table gonna do? You're on the 31st floor of a high-rise building.
Under a table.
What was a table gonna do?
Especially that glass table that we looked at.
Yeah, we had a glass table.
We were like, no way.
No.
The way it was like shaking sounded like it could shatter at any moment.
And do you remember the sound of the glass? And the whole building was made of glass. It was like... But obviously it was made to deal with that bit. It just felt like we were gonna die.
I just think like that's the kind of thing you see in a film where like you hear the glass go and then at any moment it just like, and then it all shatters, and that's what I was waiting for, it to just shatter and the shaking to get worse. And it was so scary.
It was over a minute, it felt like. Anyway, and everyone else on the balcony opposite, they were all coming out onto their balcony, so we were like, well, they're not running out of the building, so maybe we do just stay here. Yeah,
we were like, see it out. But still, to this day, sometimes when I lie down, I feel like imaginary shakes from underneath, and I keep thinking earthquake. It's because my brain has, like, sometimes I'll turn over and I'll be like, are you shaking in the bed? Like, are you moving your leg? And he'll be like, no. And I'm completely imagining it.
Well, it's because of the aftershocks, wasn't it? So the rest of that evening, firstly, we're being told that the big one's going to come, and there might be an even bigger one.
Yeah,
and this one apparently was 11 times bigger than the one we felt in Vegas. Even though it was like point something bigger, the way the point system works, it was like 11 times stronger. But we had the aftershocks, so we'd be in bed and you'd just feel like a trembling, and then it would stop. It would be like 5 seconds, and then it would stop.
Yeah.
And it was just horrible.
I always felt the shakes more when lying down, like in bed, whereas standing up, I don't remember going, oh, I feel the shakes.
I think that's why you felt it first, because I was sat up watching TV and you were laying down, and you were like, what was that? And I was like, what? There wasn't anything.
And then it
was crazy.
And then it came. But it was so scary because obviously we just didn't know what to do. We were looking at flights home.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking, will there be flights home, or will we just be interrupted? Then we'll be stuck. We needed to be out there because we planned all this summer content that we were going to film. So we stayed.
And it turns out lots of YouTubers were coming over from the UK to VidCon, and we've spoken to them since, and all of them were talking about not coming, and they were like, there's earthquakes in LA, I don't think we should go. And lots of them did. I think most of them, all of them came in the end. But it's a big deal to us Brits. We don't get earthquakes in the UK. We're not taught how to deal with earthquakes, so that was like a horrifying experience.
Yeah, it really was. It was like the closest it's ever felt to being in a film where
I've never felt a building move.
No, you don't think you're gonna feel the building move or crack or shake. Oh, it's horrible. The swaying.
And I felt a bit sick. I remember after a while with the building swaying, I was just like, I'm gonna throw up. Like I get seasick or car sick, any motion sickness. So I was like, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
But luckily it stopped after about a minute.
Nice. It was not nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was earthquakes.
I don't think I could ever live in a high rise in LA. Like, if I lived in an area with earthquakes, there's no way I'd risk living in a high-rise building, because that building will fall down if there is a big one coming soon.
Yeah, because didn't you say you Googled how much on the scale the buildings can withstand, and it only goes up to say 8, and we experienced a 7.1.
Oh yeah, it was something at 7 point something.
And yeah, we thought, oh, so if this was higher than 7.1, if it was closer towards the 8, then that could have been it for the building we were in. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk. I just want to live in a normal house that, you know, it might fall down, but at least it's just 2 stories falling down, not 31 stories falling down.
I just don't know if I could live there altogether with that sort of like, you know, that constant, oh, it's coming. The news, there's a big one coming. I don't know if I could live with that.
Yeah.
I would just go, there's other places on this earth I could be with the almost guarantee that that's not going to happen to me.
Safety.
Yeah.
But at the same time, something's going to kill you, which sounds morbid, but it's true.
So
like,
morbid.
But that's what you have. Lots of people say to me, living in London, they're like, oh, but what about the terrorist attacks? Like, there's due a terrorist attack anytime soon. There hasn't been one for ages. And normally people that live outside of London, and you're like, we just can't think about that living in London, because
if you did,
I'm on the
crazy.
tube every single day, or nearly every single day, and I'm out on the streets every single day. Like, if there's going to be a terrorist attack, I can't prepare for it. And I guess it's the same with earthquakes. Like,
so true.
They can't prepare for it. They can't live every day in fear. So
they just got to carry on their life, and if one happens, you deal with it.
Yeah.
And if you die, you die.
Yeah.
So morbid, but so true. Like, of course, as someone who lives there, you wouldn't go around being like, any day now.
Yeah.
But the news, I feel like, is even worse over there.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of pushing the whole like really big one coming.
Like sensationalism.
Yeah.
I guess it's what gets people tuning in and selling headlines, because we were looking for, well, especially me, I was looking for like news channels to like get updated information on it, but it is quite scaremongering and like but I wanted to know what to expect.
What to expect. Yeah.
But,
so there you have it.
Yeah.
We've wanted to make this video for a while, and because of the shock, we've actually left it a lot of time. No.
It was taking lots of therapy
yeah, a lot
to
of
get
therapy.
over.
No, but we just hadn't got around to filming it, so now we have.
Yeah.
That was a memory in the bank. Maybe we'll look back at this video in years to come and say, oh my gosh, do you remember when you and I thought we were going to die in LA?
But that's why I said, like, I'm glad I've had the experience, because I'm glad I know what an earthquake feels like. It's not just an abstract thing that's like, what's an earthquake? Like, like, I know what one feels like. I know at the time it's no joke.
Yeah.
But I know that it's also, it's an experience, isn't it? So.
Quite.
But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. We post videos thrice weekly and sometimes more.
Check out our personal channels if you haven't already.
Yep.
We exist on the internet in 3 forms.
We do.
Joel and Lia.
It's a whole family of channels.
There is a family of channels to follow. And we will see you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.
At Sitsi, remember with the fairground rides, and we were sat down at a panel and like...
And we felt shaking.
They were shaking from the fairground rides, and we were like...
That's a trigger.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a trigger.
That's a real trigger.
Yeah, it was.